Joe Burrow's return from injury against the Patriots in Week 1 of the season on September the 8th of 2024. He's going to win the Super Bowl 60 at the Santa Clara. As I've talked about before, his full name, Joseph Lee Burrow, is Camacho of the city of Santa Clara, and he plays for the Cincinnati Bengals. As I have talked about before, it's Joe Montana who played for the Niners, and Joe Burrow. Joe Cool can win the title over at Santa Clara. He had 82 touchdowns at the time of his extension, and Joe Montana was the 82nd pick. And as a matter of fact, during his injury, before he couldn't continue any longer, he led Cincinnati on an 82-yard drive against Baltimore, the game that he got injured against. He returns on September the 8th against the Patriots. The amount of time from that date to the Super Bowl would be 17 months. 17 is the amount of passing attempts he had in that game before his injury against the Ravens. Couldn't continue. The Bengals were no longer in the running for the Super Bowl. They end up losing. Their season was over. They couldn't make it to the playoffs. So 17 months later, they win the Super Bowl. It would be 1 year and 5 months later from his return that they win the Super Bowl. Burrow lost his only Super Bowl against the Rams. It's Rams, that's Camacho 15. He can win the Super Bowl 1 year and 5 months later, to be exact. The Patriots' last Super Bowl victory occurred at the city of Atlanta. When Brady won his 6th Super Bowl, so Atlanta, Camacho 15. He got injured against the league MVP, Lamar Jackson. And let's see if the Eagles are an opponent, though. Jalen Hurts is Camacho 15. The amount of wins the Bengals have had since they lost the Super Bowl was 17, up to the point where Joe Burrow suffered his injury. Now they've won 21 games ever since losing the title against the Rams before entering this upcoming campaign. So the 1 year and 5 months, it ties into the Patriots' last Super Bowl at Atlanta. The Patriots are playing that week. Notice how the New England Patriots has gematria of Joe Burrow's 82 touchdowns and at the time of his extension, then the 82-yard drive before he couldn't continue in the game. But when you include the end of 1 year and 74 is the God number of the G-D, which is the 7th letter, and D is the 4th letter. So 74 is the God number in numerology. Cross is Gematria 74. Gematria is Gematria 74. It's Masonic, that's Gematria 74. Joe Burrow to win the Super Bowl 74 weeks after his return from injury. I'm not sure what's significant about 74 quite yet, but I'll eventually get to that point. So it's documenting the time frame of his return and the inevitable victory in the Super Bowl for Joe Burrow in Super Bowl 60.